You felt it before. That moment when someone smiles at you, but something feels off. You ignore it. You trust anyway. And later you realize you weren't wrong. You were just too late. While you were being sincere, someone else was calculating. While you were speaking honestly, someone else was studying your weaknesses. Not everyone plays the same game. And that's exactly why you lose. You think people reveal themselves over time. They don't. They reveal only what benefits them. The rest stays hidden, buried beneath charm, politeness, and carefully crafted words designed to disarm you. Life isn't random. Strategic. Every interaction is a move. Every silence is a message. And every mistake you make becomes someone else's advantage if you're not paying attention. The dangerous ones don't look dangerous. They look calm, controlled, harmless. And that's exactly why they win. Because you never prepare for what you don't see coming. What if the people around you are not who they pretend to be? What if their kindness is calculated, their loyalty temporary, their respect conditional? The truth is simple. You're not surrounded by enemies. You're surrounded by masks. And until you learn to see through them, you will always be one step behind. But what if you could read people before they act? What if you could predict betrayal before it happens? Stay here. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. 500 years ago, one man understood human nature better than most people ever will. He didn't trust appearances. He studied power, deception, and the brutal truth behind human behavior. His name was Machiavelli. And while others spoke of morality, he spoke of reality. Not how people should behave, but how they actually do when power is involved. He saw through illusions, through loyalty, through friendship. He understood something most people avoid accepting, that humans are driven more by self-interest than by virtue. And if you ignore that truth, you become predictable, easy to manipulate, easy to replace, easy to betray. While you assume connection, someone else is measuring usefulness. While you believe in loyalty, someone else is calculating advantage. This isn't about becoming cold. It's about becoming aware. Because awareness is the difference between being controlled and being the one in control. Once you understand these patterns, you stop reacting. You start predicting. And that's when people begin to feel something different around you. Something they can't explain. In the next 16 minutes, you will hear 8 truths that will forever change how you perceive the people in your inner circle. Backhand index pointing right, drop this in the comments. I see through the mask. Lesson number 1. Trust is a liability. Trust feels natural. Feels right. But Machiavelli saw it differently. He understood that blind trust is not strength. It's exposure. It opens doors that should remain closed. You trust because you want connection. Others accept your trust because it gives them access. Not to help you, but to understand how to use you. While you share openly, someone else collects information. While you relax, someone else observes patterns. And once they know enough, they act. Machiavelli didn't say never trust. He said control it, limit it. Because the more someone knows about you, the more power they quietly gain over you. You don't need paranoia. You need awareness. Notice what people ask. Notice what they remember. Notice what they repeat back to you later. The strongest position is not isolation. It's controlled access. You decide what people see, not the other way around. Trust slowly. Reveal less. Observe more. Because once something is known about you, it can never be unknown again. Lesson number 2. People respect power, not kindness. You were taught that kindness earns respect. It doesn't. It earns comfort. And comfort rarely creates value. People appreciate kindness, but they follow strength. That's the difference you were never told. While you try to be liked, someone else is establishing presence. Not loud. Not aggressive, just unshakable. and that quiet certainty forces people to adjust around them. Machiavelli understood this clearly. It's better to be respected than loved if you cannot be both, because respect creates boundaries. Love alone often dissolves them. Watch closely. The one who speaks less often controls more. The one who reacts less is studied more. Power is not shown, it's felt. The moment you start saying no without guilt, everything changes. People test you less. They push you less, because they realize you're not easy to move. Kindness without boundaries becomes weakness. But controlled kindness, backed by strength, becomes influence. Don't aim to be liked by everyone. Aim to be respected by the right people. Because respect lasts longer and protects more. Lesson number 3. Never reveal your full intentions. You say what you're planning. You share your next move. You explain your intentions. And without realizing it, you give away your advantage before the game even begins. While you speak freely, someone else stays silent. Not because they have nothing to say, but because they understand the value of information control. Machiavelli believed unpredictability creates power. When people cannot read you, they cannot prepare against you. Not everything needs to be shared. Not every plan needs validation. Silence protects what speech exposes. Observe how people react when they don't know your next move. They hesitate. They guess. And in that uncertainty, you gain control. Keep your goals private. Keep your moves quiet. Let results speak, not intentions. The less people know about your direction, the harder it becomes to interfere with it. Backhand index pointing right. Comment this. Silence is power. Lesson number 4. Fear is a stronger tool than love. Love feels safe, but it's unstable. It changes. It fades. Fear is consistent. And Machiavelli understood that consistency creates control. While people may forget kindness, they rarely forget consequences. That's why fear leaves a deeper imprint than affection. This doesn't mean intimidation. It means presence. A clear signal that crossing you has a cost. When people sense boundaries backed by consequence, they adjust instantly. Not out of love, but out of awareness. You don't need to raise your voice. You don't need aggression. Controlled calm is often more intimidating than anger. Respect rooted in fear is stable, because it doesn't depend on emotion. It depends on understanding. If people only respect you when you're kind, they don't respect you. They're just comfortable around you. Lesson number 5. Everyone is driven by self-interest. You believe people act out of loyalty, out of care. But beneath that, there's always self-interest guiding decisions. When choices become difficult, people don't choose you. They choose what benefits them most. Machiavelli saw this clearly. People are loyal until loyalty costs them something. Watch what happens when you stop being useful. That's when you see the truth of every relationship. This isn't betrayal. It's nature. And once you accept it, you stop expecting what was never guaranteed. Understand what people gain from you. That's the real reason they stay. And once you understand that, you stop being surprised and start being prepared. Lesson number 6. Control your emotions or they will control you. The moment you react emotionally, you lose control. Not just of yourself, but of the situation. While you react, someone else observes. And observation always beats reaction. Machiavelli valued control above all, because emotional people are predictable, and predictable people are easy to manipulate. Pause before you respond. Silence creates power. Reaction gives it away. The calmer you are, the more uncomfortable others become, because they cannot read you. Control your face. Control your tone. Control your timing. That's where real power lives. When you master your emotions, you remove the easiest weapon people can use against you. Backhand index pointing right. Comment this. I control myself. Lesson number 7. Appear weak when you are strong. Power doesn't need to announce itself. In fact, the more visible it is, the more it invites resistance. Machiavelli knew this. Appear harmless. Appear relaxed. Let people underestimate you. While they ignore you, you learn. While they dismiss you, you prepare. And when the moment comes, you act. Fast, precise, unexpected. Surprise creates advantage. And advantage creates control. Don't show everything you are capable of. Let reality reveal it when needed. Because hidden strength is always more dangerous than visible power. Lesson number 8. Distance is power. The closer you are to people, the easier it is for them to influence you. Distance creates clarity. When you step back, patterns become visible. Behavior becomes predictable. Not every conversation deserves your attention. Not every person deserves your access. Distance is not weakness. It's discipline. The less involved you are emotionally, the more accurate your judgment becomes. And when you are not easily accessible, your value increases automatically. Distance protects your mind. And your mind is your greatest weapon. Now you see it differently. The smiles, the words, the behavior. Nothing looks the same anymore. What once felt normal, now feels calculated. Because now, you're paying attention. You don't react the same. You don't trust the same. You don't move the same. Because awareness changed you. And once awareness enters, ignorance cannot return. See clearly. Trust carefully. Move silently. Stay controlled. If this changed how you think, like the video, share it with someone who needs to see the truth. Subscribe to Dark Psyche Code for more psychological insights that sharpen your awareness. Because the moment you understand people is the moment they stop understanding you.